It's actually a common situation among scraping in general. So you have this Cloudflare verification, so it's a JavaScript challenge that you essentially have to bypass, but they've gotten pretty good. So it's kind of hard to try to bypass this. Now, what will end up happening is if you try to scrape that link, it will scrape the actual captcha instead. So it's not like a proxy problem. It'll return it will resolve into a good response. Um, but yeah, and even if you try to do headless or something like that, in this case, I actually don't know why I can't. It might just be because I'm doing it incorrectly, but this is a solution I found that you don't need headless, you don't need proxies, you don't need anything because essentially it's like your real browser. Um, Now, coincidentally, JavaScript is singly threaded, so running one process and then running the script will take forever, right? So I'll show you right now. If I do this, so I'm gonna just change the parameters up a little bit, and then um, I'll show, I will show what it looks like without this. The reason why I'm running this, like, I don't want to say, well, concurrently, is because it is pretty slow, and JavaScript is a language that utilizes event loops, so it's singly threaded. Um, so if I run this, right, it will bypass the Cloudflare, and then it'll start scraping, right? So a way I thought to do it was to run these concurrently into different processes. I don't want to say threads because this is one separate process, right? This is one separate program. It's in the call stack, I think. These are ran as separate processes, right? So I can run multiple threads as well, but I feel like it will be limited depending on how many cores I have. But essentially, these are separate browsers. Someone can say that, yes, these are separate threads because these are all running concurrently in separate browsers, but I'm thinking of more like I don't know what's under the hood of this Puppeteer, real browser Puppeteer library. So this could just be running on, well, this is essentially one process. Like this tab is running one separate process. Um, so this is the way I thought of scraping. Um, so then these run into separate, these write to separate files, right? Um, and you define the start page, the end page, etc. Um, Honestly, in future updates, I might. The way I'll write the script is you can pass in basically parameters for this. So I will create this as a function. Um, and then from there you can pass in all your literals. So that way this will break up some integer. So like if you want to scrape 1,000 web pages, and then it'll, I don't know, scan your system memory. That's something I want to do actually. Scan how your system specs, and then from there, separate these into processes accordingly. Um, but yeah, as you can see, uh, yeah, yeah, these are being ran. And then I'm just gonna wait until this is done. I know this is a long video, but and I've been yapping for a while, but yeah. Yeah, I'll just wait until these are done. Okay, there you go. So now you can see that it scrapes all of the pages basically beautifully. So yeah, that is my solution to this problem, I guess.